Welcome to video number 2. My name is Adrian Meraz, and today I'm going to talk about how you can turn your life's biggest struggles and challenges into personal empowerment so you can finally break through the barriers that keep you from living your best life possible. As you recall, in video number 1, we talked about the biggest lie about success and happiness and how your understandings and beliefs about these concepts has a direct impact on your quality of life. Well, guess what? Your understanding and your beliefs about your personal struggles and your adversity also play a critical role on your quality of life. If you haven't watched video number 1, I recommend you do before watching this one. This way you'll be able to get the most benefit from the series. Now let me say this to you once again. Your understanding, your beliefs, and your perception about your adversity and struggles will have a direct impact on your quality of life. Let's face it, there is nothing more frustrating and painful than being stuck in a situation that you don't know how to get out of. Whether you're going through a difficult financial situation, a health problem, emotional pain or sadness, maybe a problem with your spouse or a family member, or maybe you are faced with a difficult decision to make. The truth is, going through a difficult time hurts. It makes you weak, it drains your energy, it makes you stressed, and in some cases even depressed. But it doesn't stop there. When these problems happen over and over again without being addressed, a bigger problem arises. This problem is silent and it basically steals your life away. I call it living in zombie mode. If you feel like time is passing by and that you're still in the same place, doing the same things, facing the same challenges, and not having time and energy to fix the problems, I have news for you. You have entered zombie mode. Living in zombie mode is very dangerous because the more time you spend in it, the more numb you become, making it harder and harder to get out of it. In the zombie mode, you do things without knowing why you do them. You lose focus, and sometimes you even lose your drive to do greater things in life. You get consumed by your day, and before you know it, your whole week is gone doing the same thing you did the day before. Then in an attempt to get out of this cycle, most people try a quick fix in the form of distractions, entertainment, buying things, and in some cases even adding more activities to stay busy so they can try to forget the real problem, at least for a moment. Living in zombie mode is a vicious cycle, a very dangerous one. This way of living may take you on a path of confusion, negative emotions, self-sabotaging behavior, lack of self-esteem, feeling of unworthiness, self-doubt, desperation, the complete opposite of what you came to this life for. So the next logical question is, how do you break through your adversity and how do you get yourself unstuck and completely out of the pattern that is creating this vicious cycle? If you are going through adversity in your life right now, or if you have a challenge in one or more areas of your life, you have two choices. You can either become a victim or become an empowered individual. The victim will say things like, "Why me? This happens to me all the time. I have bad luck." The victim doesn't accept the fact that they create the reality. They believe that something outside of them is creating the problem and that something outside of them is going to come and fix it. The victim will avoid the real issue and pretend that it doesn't exist. The victim will resist change. Their choices and their decisions are based on fear. They don't want to change, even if it means that they will continue to struggle and suffer. Now, let's talk about second choice, becoming an empowered individual. You see, becoming empowered means that you are aware that whatever is happening to you in your life is a product of your own creation. But most importantly, that you have the power to change your situation by changing yourself and changing the way you perceive things. In other words, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" an empowered individual asks, "Why is this situation trying to teach me?" This shift in mindset enables you to go straight to the issue that's causing the problem. An empowered individual cooperates with the process and creates the environment that will allow the answer to show up. They remain calm, they keep an open mind, and they are patient. At the end of the day, you have to realize that if you knew the answer to your situation, you would have solved it already. The answer is not going to come from you because your inventory of possible solutions comes from your memory, which comes from the past. This means that in most cases, the solution suggested by your mind is either obsolete or just a quick fix. You must be able to reach a higher state where you can be humble and accept that your rational mind does not have the answer, especially if you're in a state of distress and desperation. When you stop trying to rationalize a problem and why it is happening, and when you pause for a moment and give your mind a break, that's when the solution will arrive. Unfortunately, most people are so busy that they don't have time for this. Do you see the real problem here? The next question is, how will the solution come to you? Your solution will come in the form of a breakthrough. And a breakthrough is simply a moment when you receive new information that makes you see things differently, with more clarity and with an opportunity to make a new choice. The breakthrough comes in the form of a new discovery that in a moment changes your emotions, your thoughts, and your actions. It is so powerful that you can even see physical changes right away. Your posture changes, the way you speak changes, your confidence changes. You even become more attractive because the new sense of confidence leaves you feeling empowered. All the energy that was stuck and trapped in that difficult stage of your life starts to flow again through you and you feel unstoppable. When was the last time that you felt like that? I call this process the ignition, the moment when your desires, your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions align to move you forward onto new experiences. It is an internal spark that marks the beginning of a new level in your life. That spark is a turning point. In order to remain in that state of mind, you are going to need to add an element that is going to help you fuel that change. That element is your why. Your why is your life's mission statement. Your why is what drives you internally. It is the reasons why you want to do things. It is the people you want to help. It is your ideal. It is what you stand for. So if you want to gain momentum to see your dreams manifest in your life, your new choices that are now backed by new knowledge must be fueled by your why. In order to better understand your why, I want you to take a moment to watch this short clip where I share with you my why and how I discovered it in the first place. So when I was a teenager, my dad used to be a waiter. He used to make about $12,000 a year. My mom stayed at home to take care of my brother and I. So one day I came back from school and my parents gave me some terrible news. They told me that we were going to lose the house. We were literally days away from losing the house. So I didn't quite understand the magnitude of that at the moment, but I could just feel it by looking at my parents' faces. I started to realize and appreciate all the things that my parents did for us. They had sacrificed their entire lives to give us everything we needed. I honestly was not scared of the idea of having to go somewhere else, but I was very sad to see my parents worry so much to the point of crying because I felt that they had failed us. They felt that they were letting us down. So apparently my parents were facing some really bad financial problems and they were very stressed. I did not find out until that day. One time, out of desperation, I approached my dad in the kitchen and I said to him, "Dad, I want to be rich so that I can help you and Mom. I want to see the day when you and Mom don't have to work so hard for us." My dad listened to me and he smiled. I think about this story and it gives me goosebumps because it really changed my life. I told him again, I said, "Dad, I want to be rich so that I can help a lot of people." Then this time, my dad said something that completely changed my life forever. He said to me, "Do you want to be rich so that you can help a lot of people? Why don't you help a lot of people first so you can become rich? Don't wait until you're rich to help others. Help others now, and the rest will happen automatically." So what my dad said to me that evening changed my life because he didn't ignore my comment. He used it to inspire me and to give me the chance to be different, regardless of how he was feeling at the moment. I had no clue how I was going to help other people, but I sure had the greatest desire and motivation to do it. So it didn't take me too long to realize how I could help people. Just by looking around, I could see people struggling in some key areas like money, health, relationships. After that moment, I embarked on a journey to master the skills that will allow me to help people in these areas. And here's the best part. Later in my life, I discovered that I was completely wrong to think that making more money would help people solve their problems. So I started on a quest to learn the secrets to make more money to become rich because I thought that was going to be the solution to my problems. But I actually arrived at something much better and much more meaningful and fulfilling. Becoming rich is just a byproduct of reaching a higher state of mind. So my why became to share this message with people so they can learn more about themselves and ultimately so they can avoid unnecessary pain, struggle, and frustration. But more importantly, so they can reclaim their power to create the life of their dreams. I decided to tell you a little bit about me because I know you too have a story. You too have your own reasons why you want to improve the quality of your life. And if those reasons are for the benefit of others, you are going to be compensated in ways you can't imagine right now. My why is to discover a way of living that is full of abundance and to share it with whoever is ready to take action. My why is to teach people how to turn their adversities into success and happiness. My why is to teach people how to make the transition from zombie mode to empowered mode and awakened mode. My why is to inspire you to get out of your comfort zone so that you can see that life can be different for you and your family. Now I'm going to tell you the truth. It is not easy, but it is worth it. The most important thing is that even in the most difficult situations, there is always hope. And if you take a position of love instead of fear, wonderful things will happen in your life. In case you were wondering, we did not lose the house. We received some great help because we decided as a family to act with love instead of fear. To this day, my brother and I continue to visit my parents in that house. So now my question for you is, what is your why? Do you see how you can use your own story and your own why to change your life? Every time you experience adversity, remember that you have the choice to act with fear or with love. You can act as a victim or as an empowered individual. Adversity is the greatest teacher because it forces you to look inside and question the things that you're doing and how you're doing them. But most importantly, it makes you realize that you cannot solve your problem with your current state of mind. Therefore, there must be a transformation within you in order to overcome that challenge. The process requires you to be humble and to have an open mind. Your adversity is a reminder that even though you are a co-creator in your life, you're not in control because you do not know what is best for you. There is something much bigger than you that knows exactly what you need in order to go to your next level of evolution. When you start to trust the process and follow your heart, then the adversity will look like your biggest friend. You will say, wow, because of this problem, or what I thought was a problem, I am now able to see life differently. Thank you, problem. Remember, experiencing adversity is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. We experience adversity because we have forgotten to make happiness and love a priority in our lives. So don't fight against your adversity, embrace it, face it as an empowered individual. When you do, you will discover talents within you that you didn't know you had. At the end of the day, you have no choice but to continue to grow and experience the best things that life has to offer. If there is a chance to change your life for the better, it is right here, right now, in this life. Thank you so much for watching this video. The next time we see each other, I'm going to talk about the secrets to personal transformation. This is going to be by far one of the most important videos you'll ever watch. Thank you so much again for watching the first two videos. My name is Adrian Meraz, and I will see you tomorrow for one of the most life-changing secrets of personal transformation.